Hi, welcome to another tutorial. Today we're going to be covering Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. This is not vanilla. This is the remastered version, I guess. I don't really know too much about Dark Souls 2. All I know is how to do the run. So this is the 80% of Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. In this run, I actually got all the way to Nishandra, and I got cursed, which we'll go over later, but this is going to be part one of the video. Yeah, man, this hurt. It really did. It hurt a lot, but surprisingly, DS2 was really fun to do. This was, besides Bloodborne, this was my second favorite run. It's quick enough, I guess. So it's not too bad. So yeah, it was really late in the stream, and I was like, you know what? Forget it, man. We're gonna go do another run. Let's do one more. It's always that one more. If you guys have seen my Bloodborne run, you know that I was like, yep, let's do one more, and we got the entire thing. So yeah, we ended up having a curse hit. It was bad, man. So let's get started. So we're gonna start a new game. In this, you don't actually do character stuff until you run all the way, which you guys should know how to do. You just run all the way up to this house where the old ladies are. And then that's where the run officially starts. And that's also why I don't start my timer until then as well. The only reason I had the timer was just to see how efficient I was. It wasn't really like I was trying to go super fast, but I just wanted to see how fast I could actually do this run. This was, I don't know, I think people were getting this run in like 2.5 to like 3 hours. So yeah. Okay, let's go back because that was kind of fast. So here we go. We are going to start with the Explorer class. The reason we start with this class is because out of all the classes, this is the one that starts with the most ADP, adaptability, which is your iframes essentially. And I'll go over more once we start leveling things up. But yeah, Explorer class. And you also get some pretty good items to start with. We'll also go over that a little bit later. And we're going to start with a bonfire ascetic as our gift. And we'll talk about that as we go. That's pretty much all you have to do. Male or female does not matter. It's just personal preference. This game has like in my opinion, like the best character creation. Like I feel like the characters look really good, and you can do a lot of things there. So once we start, we're gonna break this thing here and grab the soul, and then we also get the torch, which is really important for later. And we're gonna light this bonfire because we're gonna come back. So now what we're going to do is we're going to head to Majula. So there's nothing really special that you need to do in this part. You just run straight through. All right. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully you are on a good journey. We've done 2 full tutorials so far. We have this one, and then we have Dark Souls 3 and Demon Souls. And then that's pretty much it until we get Sekiro. I could do I'm not gonna do the Deathless. Well, I'll wait until I get the no damage run in Sekiro. Right now I have a 5-hit PB, I believe, in Sekiro for Immortal Severance, so we'll do that one. Deathless wasn't really anything crazy. So we're going to light the bonfire, and then we're going to go over to this little house here. And we have our witching urns equipped, which is our starting gift. And you're going to position yourself to hit this guy in his head so that it does a good amount of damage. And you're just going to kill him. The reason we kill him is to get his armor. Wearing his armor gives you more souls per boss or enemy killed, which is very important in this game. This one is a little different than the other ones because you have something called soul memory, which you need 1 million soul memory in order to go to Drangleic Castle. like to progress through the game. If you don't get that soul memory, you have to fight like different bosses and stuff, and it gets a little crazy. So we do things a little different here. We fight the Rotten 4 times, and we use the Bonfire Ascetic, which is our starting gift. We're gonna go grab these Armored Bones as well and put that armor on that we just got from that dude. But yeah, we fight the Rotten 4 times and use a Bonfire Ascetic, which puts the area and the boss in that area into New Game Plus, which gives you more souls when you're in NG Plus. So that is what we're gonna do. So now we're gonna head down and we're gonna go fight we're gonna go make the Dragonrider look really silly. I'm sure you guys have all seen this. It's really easy to learn and get consistent. Just pull this lever. Yeah, I only played Dark Souls 2 one time before I started doing this run, and it was like, before I did this run, which was in the end, like December 2018, I've played this game in like, I don't even know, 2015 or something like that. I didn't like it. I thought it was different, which it is, you know, and you just have to kind of get used to it and know that it's not like the other Souls games. Yes, you do have to level ADP for iframes, but you get more iframes than any of the other Souls games, to be honest. And then once you get past all of the complaints and all of the negative things you have to say about it, the 80% in this run is actually really, really fun. So that is yeah, it's a little hard to get by, but it's not the worst. So I did have a lot of fun. I think I got this run in like 3 or 4 weeks. So we're gonna go in, and what I do is I turn around to get close to the Fog Gate, and then I just wait for him to take, let's see, I think it's 6.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, on his 7th step, you run to the right, and he will do an attack, and he will fall off. And that's very, very consistent the way I do it. I think I learned that strat from Hob, the Happy Hob. And then we're gonna punch this chick. Now, if you see that there's openings here, like there's gaps, what you want to do is get her over to this one right here, because when she falls, there's nothing down there. There's just water, and she'll fall right off. If you don't position yourself right and you knock her off on the one that was like right here, this one. Hold on. Where's my mouse? Oh my god. Where is my mouse? Oh, here it is. Okay, right here. This is where she stands. If you knock her off here, there's stairs under. So just keep that in mind. She'll come back up the stairs, and you just have to meet her up there and knock her off. But once you get that NPC off, you just head back to Majula. The reason you knock her off is because she will... apparently, I haven't had this happen before, and I didn't kill her like 1 or 2 times, so I've never really seen it happen, but apparently when you get to Drangleic Castle, she will invade you, and you don't want that. So just make sure you kill her, and you'll be good to go. And then I was also told that the item that she drops, you need to pick up to ensure that she will not invade you. Again, I've always killed her, but I haven't always picked that item up, and I've never seen her invade me later when I was in Drangleic Castle. So just pick that item up that she gives you. You can pick it up later, which is what we do. That's why we didn't pick it up then. But just keep that in mind, that it is a possibility and you don't want to chance it. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy all 10 of the Alluring Skulls from Zikat. And then we're going to go level our ADP just a little bit. Talk to the Firekeeper. And she gives you the Estus Flask as well. So just a lot of dialogue, just skip through it. So here, we're going to level our Dexterity to 12 and our ADP to 19. reason we get our dexterity to 12 is so that you can wield the weapon that we're going to be using. And we're going to head towards where the last giant is. We just need to go through this area. This area is not bad. It's really not that bad. I think the crystal lizard was like the worst thing to deal with, but I think I ended up coming up with a good strat. So we're gonna pull this lever, open this door. While it's opening, I like to pop souls just to save a little bit of time because you're just sitting there pretty much. So I pop those 2 souls, and then we're gonna equip the homeward bone. So we're just gonna run off the ledge here, grab these souls and the homeward bone, and then we're gonna head through this area. Like I said, it's not too bad if you just run the way I run and just do the things that I'm doing here. I learned a lot of this run, most of this run, through McDrunkard and Otstarva. So just fall off that ledge there because that dude is gonna shoot an arrow at you, like right there. And then once you do that, just head up to the ladder. So yeah, McDrunkard and Otstarva have helped me so much with this run. So I really appreciate them for helping me out. They are like the Dark Souls 2 legends. So throw the Alluring Skull there so that you don't get hit. And also in this game, you get hit on the fall gates. So just keep that in mind. You don't have iframes. Okay, so throw that one there to get that dude to come over and pull those guys. And then you're gonna run up the stairs a little bit and go on the side, throw a skull there. Go towards the side so that when you're throwing it, you don't get shot by that dude because he'll shoot an arrow at you. And then we're gonna throw one more for the guy that's in the corner over there, and then open the store. So yeah, like you can get hit through this entire animation. It's pretty shitty. And then you're gonna run over to the bonfire. You're gonna rest so that the enemy doesn't come in and get you. Then we're gonna talk to this merchant. We're gonna buy the key for the blacksmith and 2 fire bombs. And head back to Majula. So it's crazy because there's a lizard that's up there, like up those stairs that you can get, but I started not doing that because it was just really annoying. But he drops 2 Titanite shards. I think it's 2 Titanite shards that you can get, but not that big of a deal. We can get everything later. We get really good levels, so just stick with it. So what I did was I grabbed those souls on the side of this little shop, and I opened the door, and then you rest. You have to rest there in order to get the blacksmith to show up. And then you're gonna grab the short bow and pop these souls. Everything I do in this run is for a reason. So I got this run very, very optimized. It was really good. So we're gonna buy the rapier, and then we're gonna buy 50 large arrows. Let me go back so you can see. So we buy the rapier, which is our weapon. And then these, iron arrows. We buy all 50 that he has, and then we buy 4 Titanite shards, okay? And then we're gonna upgrade the rapier to +2, and then the short bow to +1. We're gonna equip those, equip the arrows, and we're good to go. Head back to that bonfire. Okay, so once we get here, we're gonna go down the ladder. So we're gonna head over to fight the last giant. And then I have the witching urns equipped, as you can see. We're gonna do a running attack. Sometimes that guy will die in 1 hit, sometimes it takes 2. And then we're just gonna throw 1 witching urn at this guy. He has hit me so many times, it was really annoying. It was really, really annoying. So I ended up just throwing a witching urn, and it was really easy. And then, as you can see, I replaced the witching urn with the fire bombs. And then we kill that dude there by the fog gate. And so we're gonna come over here, go close to this ledge. And I like to kill this guy because he's an archer, and that ladder right there, as you can see, when you go up there, he can shoot you with the ladder sometimes, or he could shoot you while you're climbing up, like right here. He can shoot you, so it's really annoying. So just take him out with arrows. It only takes 2. and then just strafe Turtle Boy. So you're gonna drop down. Make sure you don't drop all the way down because you can die. So just drop, and then drop again. And I like to pick up that green blossom just because it's there and you can use it on Last Giant. And then we're gonna break those barrels there. Go through, grab the life gem and the Homer bones, just a little extra stuff there. And then we're gonna shoot these guys and make sure you shoot them in the head. I know that, like, if you shoot them in a particular spot on their head, they will die in 2 hits. But for some reason, like, it takes 3 sometimes, so. But you have plenty of arrows here. And then we're gonna grab the fire arrows here, head down to the Last Giant and equip the fire arrows. Like, anytime you're on an elevator, it's nice to get all of your items and everything in order, because it's just, you're not doing anything. So it's nice to keep everything organized and prepare for what you're gonna do next, pretty much. So then we're gonna shoot this guy and then we're gonna go fight Last Giant. So I have the green blossom equipped, which is what I did on the elevator. And then we're gonna use the aromatic ooze. I think this is like a fire or a magic resin. Something like that. And then we just run straight under Last Giant. And we're gonna tear that foot up. And what I like to do is just stay on his... Oh, he's being annoying. I can't even give a good example now. Hey, stay behind him, first of all. And then what you're gonna do is hit his left foot, okay? And then once he gets to half health, he's gonna take his arm off. But yeah, I stick to his left foot because if you go to his right one, he can do a combo of stomps, which you don't want to deal with because right now you don't have very many iframes to work with. So if you try to roll away, even though it feels like you're doing the right thing, sometimes you can just get hit by his AoE of his stomp. So just be really careful, practice that fight, and you can get it. It's not too bad. I had a lot of issues with it in the beginning. I really did, but once I learned to stay behind him, hit his left foot a couple times, watch out for the stomp, it's not that bad. And then when he gets to half health, just spam him down and you're good to go. So we're gonna buy 2 bright bugs and then we need to talk to her. So once you buy, how much are those bright bugs? Okay, they cost 6,000. I think it's like over 12,000 or 10,000 or something like that. You can talk to her and she'll give you the silver serpent ring +1, which is good. It's what you need for more souls along with your armor. And then you just exhaust her dialogue. Don't go out before her dialogue's exhausted. And this is here. So she says that she's gonna pick up and move. When you see pick up and move, that means you're good. What she'll do is she'll go to Majula. So you don't have to come here until way later. So yeah, that's a good thing. So buy the 2 bright bugs, equip the silver serpent ring, and then we're gonna head back out. And do not rest at that bonfire, because then all these enemies that you killed will respawn. So now you're gonna go in here, which you get the key from Last Giant, I believe. And kill this guy. He takes 2 hits. Sometimes he'll take 3, so just do that extra hit, that safety hit. And then this guy will always roll down, and then you just kill him. Pretty easy. And now we're gonna go around this corner. I think this guy is the one that scares me the most. So head up to the top, not all the way, just enough to aggro this dude, and then kill him. He's really annoying because you're on uneven ground, you know, like you're on the stairs. So just be careful and then just bow that archer there. Now, something, and it's kind of quick, you might not even notice it. So if you pay attention to this little like platform thing that your weapon is on, this is on both sides, actually on all of these. It'll tell you which hand you have things equipped, okay? So you see how this one's kind of grayed out and this one is like fully in view? Now watch what I do. So do you notice I put my bow away, but now this part is in view and this one's gray. So that's me two-handing my left hand, or my off hand, however you want to say it. And what that allows you to do, it allows you to go through fog gates and sit at bonfires quicker. Like the animation is a lot faster when you do it that way. So just keep that in mind. Just pay attention to these things over here. But what we're going to do is we're going to go into the pursuer fight. So we're going to stand right here. Look where I am. So you see how okay, I had a lot of issues with the pursuer fight. Like a lot of issues before. I could not get this consistent. But my thing was I wasn't paying attention to the angle of the ballista and him coming over to me, because I used to stand like right here. So if I stand right here, he's going to angle over. He'll be standing around here. And then when I run over to the ballista, it's going to shoot this way, right? So it doesn't make any sense. So what you're going to do is stand pretty much like right in front of the ballista, so that when he comes over, he'll be around this area so that you can shoot him. So what you're going to do is roll. And then another thing with the animation is, since we're two-handing our left hand, this animation is a bit faster, and 2 ballista shots and he's dead. Easy peasy, just like that. Okay, so we get the Ring of Blades, which helps us with damage, and we get his soul. Now we're going to head to Bastille. Okay, so that's going to be part 1. So we got the intro, we got Dragonrider, Last Giant, and Pursuer. So we knocked out 3 splits in 15 minutes. Like, that's not bad, man. We're moving. So I break this down into parts pretty much. So I have from Dragonrider to the fourth Rotten. That's part 1. And then Dragonriders in Dragonlight Castle to Nishandra would be part 2. So the way like I made my notes when I originally did this run, I did part 1 and then part 2, so that it wasn't too much to deal with. And then the way I practice was I would practice all of part 1. I would just keep going through this part and working on things that I had issues with. And then I would do the same thing for part 2. And then individual bosses like Throne Watcher and Defender are the hardest boss in this run. They're really awful. And then if you notice Rotten, I have Rotten split, and I'll explain that in part 2, which will be the next part. So thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate that. Good luck with your runs. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever you got, please comment them below, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.